Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Double checking my audio here. Yeti. All right. Good morning, everybody. Coach Monica here. Good morning. We're trying some new technology today. Coach Darcy and I were on this last Tuesday. Gosh, this week has gone fast. We were on Tuesday doing some audio checks and doing some testing and really seemed to have found the software we were finally looking for when it comes to streaming and making sure that we get all of our audience. And so I'm excited. We are talking this morning, we're talking to Facebook, we're talking to YouTube, and oh, a new one, LinkedIn. I've never done that before. So good morning, LinkedIn. I'm so glad you're here. I love it over on LinkedIn. That's kind of my nerdy side. I love going over there to see what all my colleagues are doing in the health field and spending time and hanging out with them. I love it. Hey, tell me where you're listening from. Tell me where you're from and how you found me. That's a good one to start with. So I'm so excited to spend some time with you this morning. Coach Darcy and I are going to be doing a lot of lives because that just seems to be where we hit the heartbeat of our audience, and we can talk about the things that we're passionate about. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I love connecting with you. Yesterday, I had a really, really intense day of coaching. And I was just reminded, by the way, go get yourself a cup of coffee. Let's sit down and chat. I love intense coaching days. I really love it. It reminds me of why I do what I do. And it was an intense day yesterday. I had a full 8 hours of sitting with clients, and we just had a really, really good day. And I was just reminded once again, Monica, this is what you were born for. But funny thing, I woke up, and you know how if you have an iPhone, you probably know what I'm talking about. I woke up this morning and a flashback came over my phone, over my memories. Sometimes those flashbacks, sometimes I love the flashback aspect, and other times it is, if I might borrow a term from my beautiful Gen Z generation, sometimes it's triggering. And this morning it was that. So a couple of weeks ago, I had one of those triggering moments when, and I knew that it was coming. It was the year anniversary of the woman who made me who I am today, Congresswoman Jackie Walorski. She taught me everything I know. She taught me how to be a woman in a man's world. She taught me how to lobby. She taught me how to stand up for the things I believe in. And, doesn't matter what political side of the aisle you're on, your voice matters. And this woman taught me everything that I know. And so I knew those memories were going to come across my phone, and I intentionally refused to go back because I didn't want to live that moment when she was killed. And so this morning I had an unexpected kind of triggering moment. And I saw this picture of me in the car talking to my audience when I was in the political world. And I was 250 pounds in that video. And I found it hard to breathe. I found myself looking into this empty shell of a woman that was doing her best. I was doing my best at that moment, and I was doing what I knew. I was very successful in the political world. I was very successful in standing up for my values and standing up for what I believed in, and yet the woman that I looked at in this video this morning, I was an empty shell of a woman. I had all of those feelings rush back to me suddenly, and it was overwhelming. I was just sitting here. Normally I get up, I have a morning routine. The most successful people in the world have a morning routine, and I don't care what yours looks like. have a morning routine. And for me, because I work with clients all day and I just put all of myself out on the table, I'm exhausted by the end of the day. And so I force myself to do self-care in the morning, and I don't take a call until it's time to go to work. And I was sitting there and I was scrolling through my memories, and I saw this woman come up, and I think it was a minute and 13-second long video, and I don't think I breathed the entire time. It was tough. It was really, really tough. And I remembered feeling, it was like I was transported back in time behind the driver's seat of this video. And if you want to see a little clip of the video, I posted it on my social media account. But it was like I was transported back in time behind that wheel of the car. And I could see myself behind my eyes, and I wasn't living. I was not living. I was doing the best I could. And I texted both of my sisters. I have two sisters, by the way. I don't think you've ever met Sherry. Coach Darcy is my sister, and I have another sister. I texted both of them, and I said, why didn't you tell me? Of course, we know the answer to that. Our family and our loved ones love us so much that they want to protect us. And Coach Darcy said, Monica, you would have killed us. My other sister wrote a message that just brought tears to my eyes, and she said, you found yourself. And it's so true. And I just want to encourage you, if you are a woman out there who is struggling with excess weight on your body, if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with your identity, who are you outside of being a mom, a wife? If you don't know who you are, can I encourage you this morning? Can I encourage you to step out into your calling and step out into hope? And you may not feel it right now. You may not feel hope right now. And I want you to know that you can borrow some hope. You can borrow some hope until you have your own to hold on to, and that's what we do as coaches. That is exactly what we do for our clients, is we sit and we hand you hope and we say, hold on to this, do what we're asking you to do, and hold on to hope. So the other thing I'm encouraging you to do is, if you're starting a health journey, you may not want to do this right now, but take a picture of yourself. Take a video of yourself, of who you are now. You'll be glad you did. You'll be so glad you did. Because moments like today, I have kept the weight off for 7 years. It's been hard, and there's ups and downs, you know. I'm not the same weight that I was when I hit my goal. I'm changing. My hormones are changing. All of these things are changing, but I still eat the same way, and I still believe in this. So I wanted to talk to you ladies this morning. Do we coach men? Absolutely. We coach men. They do the things. They lose the weight. They get off meds, and they go on, right? They do that for a reason. Our ladies get really, really angry with them. Did you get your coffee? Our ladies get really angry with the guys because they just do the things and they lose the weight. They go on to other things in life and they keep the weight off. There's a reason why that happens, because men have one hormone that they have to deal with, right? Testosterone. That's all they have to do. Now, a message to the guys. Take care of that. There are things that you can do, such as drinking from plastic bottles, allowing toxins in your bodies that will lower the testosterone hormone. That is very critical for you. But you've got one hormone to babysit. Ladies, however, have a whole symphony of hormones to deal with. And that is very, very challenging. as you start the weight loss journey, because you have your ups and downs. You have days where the scale is your best friend. You have days when you have lost 5 pounds and then you wonder what the heck happened, because the next day you've put on 6 pounds. What in the heck did you do wrong? That's a reality. That is a complete reality, right? And there's Winston. Hold on a minute. Hi, bud. Okay. Winston does not like not being on camera. So he always makes a way and finds a way into the camera. I should start out with him like that instead of waiting for him to do a head dive into my head and say, listen, you started the show without me. This is Winston, the office bird. So, I want to make sure my sound was working. So, the frustration of weight loss in women is real. So we cannot do the same weight loss program as men, because we have the symphony of hormones that we're dealing with. And to my seasoned sisters, this applies to you too. You see, my passion is working with women from the ages of 35 to 65. Right there in the hormone symphony, the what do you call that? The high note, the epicenter of hormone changes. That is my passion. You give me a woman who's getting ready to have the change in lifestyle. Oh my gosh, I am in my coaching prime. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've been thinking about this. Coach Darcy read a book and she's like, Monica, would you just read this book? And I'm busy running a company. Not only do I coach, but I'm the CEO of a huge company. And so I have duties outside coaching as well. So I coach from 8 to 5 all day. And then from 7 to 11, I'm doing payroll. I'm doing all of the stuff that the state requires us to keep a business open. I'm exhausted. And I'm like, and she kept telling me, Monica, you need to read this book. Monica, it's time, have you picked up the book? And so at one point, I had said, okay, all right, I'll order it. If I have to, I'm going to order it. And I ordered it, and guess what? It got lost in the mail. So it was another probably six weeks before I even looked at it again. And Darcy said again, Monica, have you gotten this book? Well, I got the book. I got the book for a couple of reasons. Because myself, personally, entered a stage of hormone collision. I was fortunate enough to go visit Courtney at Mojo Med. By the way, she's going to be a special guest of ours on September 6th. I am so stinking excited about this. She's going to be a guest of ours, and she's going to talk about hormone therapy, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for you to get to meet Courtney and to hear about the hormones. If you have not, and you have the means to do so, my plea to you is find a functional medicine doctor who believes in hormone therapy and believes and understands how to read thyroid panels. That not the general physicians. They don't know how to read them, or they choose not to. I don't know what the scoop is there. Same with the OBGYNs. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. You just have to tolerate it. No, my sister, you do not have to tolerate the hormone changes in your body and the crazy stuff that goes through. You don't have to tolerate it. There's help. And so I visited Courtney. We took our blood panel, my blood panel, found out that I was low in testosterone. Found out that I was not even perimenopause at this point. I don't have a uterus. I had a hysterectomy, and so where the heck was I? It was a really, really stressful time for me. And so I went to see Courtney, and then I began to read this book. So it was like the stars aligned, and I did this in the right order. Stars aligned. I read this book. I'm going to tell you what it is. After I read the book, We never take a client where we have not personally walked. So anytime my team finds something like, hey, Monica, go check this product out. Go check this out quickly. Anytime anyone, my team does something, it's a company policy. We walk it first. And so this has been a several month journey for us. So I decided, okay, if I'm going to learn about hormones, I'm going to learn about hormones. My mom never told me about hormones. She probably doesn't know. That was just the generation. I didn't know about changes. I didn't know about any of the hormones and what was going on. Had 4 kids, never knew. And so I read the book and I'm like, holy cow, this makes sense. And our program works, right? If you live the ketogenic lifestyle, you get rid of that sugar, you get rid of the processed foods, you get rid of the seed oils, you get rid of those things. Side effect of keto is you're going to lose weight, right? So as I started my journey and as I started to look at the hormone cycle and to look at what it does to our body, the changes every single month. There's 4 different phases of our cycle. And I'm like, oh, heck no. This is why clients are struggling. This is why at the end of the month, the last 2 weeks, we're like pulling them out of a pit. We're just like wrestling them out of a pit, typically called PMS, right? And they're like screaming because they want chocolate, and we're like, oh, and we're strict. We are strict. Here's the insulin. Here's the glucose results of this. Here's the science behind it. Well, the science behind the hormones are real. So through this journey, I said, okay, we are going to make a fork in the road. The men's program and the women's program. And so we have completely revamped our program. If you've taken our program in the past and you're a woman, it is completely different. You see, during different phases of your cycle, you have to have different nutrients. If you are building estrogen in your body, estrogen craves low carb. When you are in the part of your cycle where you are building estrogen, which is the first 14 days, your body craves low carb. On the other side of your cycle, you are building progesterone. So in the middle of your cycle, during ovulation, during that time, and yes, my seasoned sisters, you have the same cycle. It just looks a little bit different. If you don't have a uterus and you don't have a cycle, this also applies to you. So that middle part, during the ovulation season, when your body is preparing to create life, you have different intake needs. Your body is at its highest level of hormones, and you've got to relax on the low carb phase of life, right? You need the hormone building foods because your body is creating life. It's preparing to create life. On the other side of that 14 days, we are coming down from the estrogen, right? So we are coming down, but we are also building progesterone. Progesterone is the everything's okay hormone. It's the, don't worry, there's a tiger chasing me. Everything's okay. It is the calming hormone. Your body's building it. The calming hormone craves more glucose. Ladies, when I say glucose, I do not mean sugar. I do not mean crappy carbs. Your body is craving more glucose, and it attaches itself to hormone-feeding foods so you can build estrogen, and then the cycle starts all over again. 28 days, different ways to eat. During that first phase, your body loves to fast. Your body loves the low carb, hardcore beast mode. Problem is, we women have created a beast mode for 30 days and it has backfired on us. That's the truth. So when we go into beast mode, those last 2 weeks of your cycle, it's counterproductive. Sure, you can lose weight during that time, but you take your foot off of the accelerator at the gym, you take your foot off of the accelerator, and you feed your body hormone feeding foods during that time. It's a fascinating science. Fascinating science. And I have never felt so good on a program. And so I just said, okay, girls, to my team, I'm like, all right, girls, we're going to implement this at KM Health Coaching. We're going to implement this. We're going to have a men's program and we're having a women's program. And ladies, I want you to know if you're frustrated with gaining that weight during the menopause years, that's normal. That's normal. That's what happens. But there's a way to go around it so you don't have to live through that. It's science. It's simple science. Now, in order to qualify for our program, and we just launched it this week. We had a lot of takers for this, and so we're in beast mode now, launching this program. But if you qualify to be in this program, you got to be all in, and you've got to be willing to do those cycles and those ebbs and flows. You've got to be willing to be more creative and more intentional in your tracking, in knowing where you are in the cycle and all of that, and getting to know your body. After a while, it becomes like second nature, right? It becomes second nature to do that. And so, but it's intense. I'm not going to lie to you. It's intense, but it works. And I am so excited that we're launching this thing. If you are a woman and are frustrated with the scale continuing to go up and you're continuing to eat less, I want you to DM me. I want you to say, listen, coach, I need help. We have an incredible coupon offer for $300 off of the package right now because it's in beta testing. We're going to give you $300 off the package, and I am super excited that we have this opportunity. I'm super excited to get the first round of women in our program because it really is changing lives. And I'm excited. If you are frustrated, if this is you, if you're like, yeah, I'm gaining weight, I'm eating less, I'm working out like a beast at the gym, and it's not working, I want you to message me. I want you to say, I need that coupon code. The coupon code is Keto, the number 4, women. Gives you $300. Actually, it gives you $400 off of the package. It's a 3-month package. You'll choose your coach. You can have Coach Darcy. You can have Coach Monica, and you will get started. It's a 3-month program, and we're going to take you 3 rounds of your cycle. And then at the end of the day, if you're not finished with us, we have a renewal program. So we never leave you until you're ready. Front half of your cycle. Do you remember what it was that your body's building? Drop it in the comments. The back half of your cycle. What are you needing? I'm going to give you a little quiz on what we talked about. By the way, did you want to know what the book is? You want to know what that is? It's by Dr. Mindy Peltz. It's called Fasting Like a Girl. Incredible book. We're going to take you through the entire cycle during those 4 months that you're with us. Okay. So I am super excited to announce it. We already have a whole group of women who have said, yep, I need your help, coach, because it is not working out here for me. I am doing everything I think is right, and I'm still gaining weight. Why can't I get this middle tire around my belly off of my body? We have the answers, and we love it. We love what we do. We absolutely love what we do. So I'm here for you to answer any questions. If you're watching this on replay, please tell us where you're watching from. We'd love to know where our followers are watching from, and let us know how we can help you. Again, $400 coupon right now for the beta program that we're running, and that's Keto, the number 4, women. And so you just direct message us for the link to register for this program, and we will get you started. You can get started as soon as you sign up. What happens is you sign up, you fill out an onboarding form so we know all about you, and then you hit the green button and schedule your first call with us, and we get you started first with a 2-week detox, because we got to detox the old crap out of your body, and then we get you started on the hormone cycle. All right. It's been good to talk to you this morning. We're going to try to go live. I saw Coach Darcy this morning was live on her page, Weight Loss with Coach Darcy. I haven't seen what she said yet, but I saw she was live. And so with our new tools, with the things that we have now, why not go live? I'm sitting here waiting for my first client, and I got to make sure. Was making sure I wasn't late and going overtime, because I just saw the clock clicked over. What questions do you have for me this morning? Feel free to drop them in the comments, even if you're watching on replay. Sometimes people can't watch during different times of the day, so they have questions. They're like, oh crap, she was live. I didn't get to ask my question. So we have all the different platforms. I love it. I don't have to stress out about who's watching from where. So now, yes, we do take payment plans. That is correct. We have a little bit of a convenience fee to do that, because lovely economy, everything's going up, right? But we have a coupon if you pay in full, and then if you choose to do payments, then there's a little bit of a monthly fee for that. How old do you have to be? We take any age, because here's the thing. If I would have known how my body worked when I was in my 20s, if I would have understood these hormones in my 20s, I would never have gotten in the predicament I was. I would never have become obese. I would have understood how my body works. So we believe in starting and teaching right away, okay? Teaching the body how it works right away. You do not have to have a weight issue if you are in the program. What happens if you come into our program and you want to align your hormones and you want to learn how to do this thing correctly, but you don't have a weight problem? Number one, congratulations for that. And number two, what we do is we set your macros to maintenance. So it doesn't matter if you have a weight issue or if you need to gain weight. We are also macro coaches. And so when you are in your onboarding process with us, we find out what your goals are. We find out, do you want to reverse type 2 diabetes? Do you want to reverse PCOS? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to maintain your weight? So there's no you don't have to have a weight issue in order to understand and create an environment in your body where your hormones are thriving. Because if you grab these hormones and you get them under control and you feed them what they want, when you're in your 20s, 30s, when you get to my age and you're 40, 47 years old looking at beginning the change of life, you're not going to have the wrestling impact that I had, right? You're not going to have to get those hormones under control because you have fed them correctly. And so my dream would be to get the young clients in. Now, the reality is there is a bunch of women out here who are a hormone hotbed, and they're like, what the heck just happened to me? Why am I gaining this weight? What is wrong with me? Am I crazy? I literally thought, I must be crazy. If I went to my regular OBGYN, you know what they'd give me? Sleeping pills and antidepressants. When the fact of the matter is, if I just fixed my hormones, I wouldn't have to deal with that. We're just happy pill poppers these days. When it has to do with what you're eating, feeding those hormones. Do we give our women more carbs? Absolutely. During those last 2 weeks of your cycle, you have more carbs, and we have you eating sweet potatoes. Oh, you're a keto coach? Absolutely. Absolutely we are. Right? Because your hormones crave those kinds of foods during those nurturing phases of your cycle. During the building phases, during the first couple of weeks, we are working out like a beast. 100% therapeutic keto. We throw fasting in there. We throw all of the things, but then we take our foot off of the accelerator during the times that our bodies crave more glucose and crave those things. Amazing. It's amazing. That's right. Even Winston thinks it's amazing. All right. It has been 30 minutes. It has been a pleasure talking to you. Keep talking to us in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. If you are a woman who is absolutely frustrated with the condition that your body is, with the hormone mess, if you are that woman, please direct message me and ask me for help. Again, we have a $400 coupon for this beta program that is a 4-month program. Coach Darcy has that, and I have spaces available. There's no need to put up with how you're with the funkiness. There's no need for that, right? You can be free. You can totally be free. All right, I'm going to end this live, and I'm going to be here for the next several hours. If you want to have some help, please direct message me with whatever platform you are streaming from, and we'll be glad to be there for you and to help you. All right? It was great to be with you this morning. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to check in with a couple of clients, and then I'm going to go have lunch. All right, talk to you